Hey everyone, Richard here, and I'm on my way to the first day of Tucson Comic Con. Alright, so Tucson Comic Con has come and gone again, and honestly, this is probably the best Comic Con here in Tucson in recent years. Uh, Seemed way bigger than previous years, way more vendors, particularly comic vendors. They kind of had expanded into another area this year. So there was essentially two show floors and just great guests, good time all around. This first evening, I got a few autographs, picked up a few things. I did most of my looking around on the second day, but for this first day, I'll go to show what I did. So one of the first things I did this year was go over to the Comic Comics booth and pick up one of the exclusive there, Viet Collins. I've talked about her plenty of times on the channel before. We've collaborated in the past. She had an exclusive this year, and I wanted to grab one. So I grabbed this right here. This is her foil variant for this particular show. There was also a non-foil. This one is limited to 20. Just really, really nice. Very happy to have picked that up. Beautiful book. I was going to have her sign it at some point, but I just never ran into her. She wasn't a guest this year, but she was walking around. I was going to have her sign it, but didn't happen. Not a big deal. I'll see her again eventually. But yeah, picked that up. Super happy about that. That was my first grab of the show. After that, I focused on getting some autographs. One of the first autographs I got was actually from Brett Breeding. I didn't get a picture with him. He was kind of busy at the time. And I don't know, he wasn't super personable when I was talking to him. But I did get this signed right here. Everyone knows this book, Death of Superman. This is the 4th print newsstand. He signed it in white. He has a really, really nice looking autograph. But yeah, he charged $5 for just a signature, or I believe it was 30 for a witness signature. So yeah, got that signed. Very happy with that one. Looks great. Also went and talked to Jamal Eichel a little bit. I was going to get a sketch from him, but his sketch prices, I believe, were $300 for a sketch cover, which a little bit out of what I wanted to pay. But I did get a remark from him on this book right here, Supergirl number 53. Jamal Eichel did interior work for a lot of Supergirl on this run. He overlaps with Joshua Milton's covers. But yeah, he just did a lot of work for this, so I wanted to get something. So he did a little remark of Supergirl up here in the corner. I believe that was $40, if I remember correctly, for signature and remark. And yeah, going to the collection. The next signature I got was definitely a priority for the day. John Ratzenberger was there, famous for being in Cheers, Toy Story, but he was also in Star Wars, and I wanted to get something signed by him for his character in Star Wars. Unfortunately, they didn't allow any photography or anything there, even with my badge. I did get this right here, signed by him right here, and with a note of the character, Major Derlin. He said he had signed this before, but he had no idea he was actually in this book. So I let him flip it open and find it, and he has a speaking line in it. And it's a line that actually doesn't appear in the movie. So he thought it was really cool. He mentioned he wanted to show it to his grandkids, and he wrote down the issue number, because he just thought it was cool. He didn't realize he had a full-on speaking line in this comic. So yeah, really cool. John Ratzenberger, Major Derlin. Yeah. And then the last thing I picked up in terms of like art or guest-related stuff was a sketch. I picked this up from John Anthony Giaxotero, a good friend of mine. I actually had commissioned this a little ways back to be picked up at Tucson Comic Con, and I'm really, really happy with it. This is definitely one of the ones I get put into an art label. He did this for me. Nice chopper here, Chop Life. Very, very happy with this. I've been wanting a chopper sketch in my collection for a while now, and I think this is a great, great addition. I meant to get like a picture of him holding it. I just slipped my mind, so I probably stole a picture off his Instagram or Facebook or something to throw in there. But yeah, very happy with this. One of my favorite pickups this weekend. Yeah. As far as autographs and stuff, that's all for day one. All right, day one is in the books, and I'm getting quite a bit of signatures, and I got a nice stack of comics here. I'll probably cut to future me to go ahead and go through those, but very nice haul for day one. But I did end up doing some digging, and I found a booth that had dollar bins, and it was one of the best dollar bins I had ever flipped through. Got a whole bunch of older books in it, bronze through golden age. So we're going to go through those right now because it possibly my favorite stuff I picked up this whole weekend. All right, so here it is, the big old stack of stuff. A lot of this I still need to rebag and board. I bagged some of it that just wasn't bagged when I got it, but others are still in old ratty bags. And a lot of these had like old prices on them, but I double checked with the vendor. Everything was $1 each. So I paid, I think there's 34 books here, and I paid $34 for it. Didn't bother trying to negotiate down or anything because I feel like I stole some of this stuff. But yeah, let's just go through it. We'll start from the most recent stuff, go to the oldest stuff in terms of ages. But first book, a lot of these are super low grade, but at the price, it's like, what do you expect? But here's first one, Amazing Spider-Man 125, second appearance of Man-Wolf. So yeah, right there, got that one for $1. Dragon Wheels, number 57. I've noticed that these racing books from like Charlton, and honestly just any of the racing books that go back from bronze all the way to the golden age are fairly popular. Some of them have some really good art in them, but a lot of times I pick them up when I see them, and I might keep one or two and sell the rest. But got that one. Got a Silver Age Batman 194. Again, super low grade, but who cares? Challengers of the Unknown, number 51. Picked this one up mostly because it has the Sea Devils, featuring the Sea Devils, but again, $1. These ones were super low grade as well, but who might have claimed Betty and Veronica, number 58. Betty and Veronica, number 71. I really like this cover. It's a fun one. Again, $1 each. Captain Atom, I believe this is number 7, if I remember correctly. But Steve Ditko art right there. I was surprised to see this one in there. Strange Suspense Stories, number 75. Again, Captain Atom. This is one of those first appearances where it's like the first appearance after several years. I think it's like a 6 or 7 year gap between the last time we saw this character and this book. So it is a key. It's considered one of the first appearances. But again, $1. And it's just a great like sci-fi cover. So yeah, got that one. This was another one I was fun to see. Undersea Agent number 1, first appearance of the Undersea Agent. It's a thicker book. But yeah, $1. Unknown Worlds, number 28. It's just a fun cover. Unknown Worlds, number 1, or Adventures into the Unknown, number 157. I really, really like this cover. I'm definitely keeping this one for myself. But yeah, underwater, in peril type cover. Very happy with that one. Again, for $1. Another sort of underwater in peril cover. One I definitely need to rebag at some point. But Toka the Jungle King. I don't remember what issue number it is, but again, fun cover. Now we're going to get into the Golden Age stuff, and it's a lot of Golden Age. This is all Golden Age. First one, Nyoka, I believe is how you say that. The Jungle Girl, number 75. Nice photo cover. Again, for $1. Of all the books picked up, this is the only one that is incomplete. It is missing a centerfold, but it's from 1946, so at the end of the day, how much do you really care? True Comics, number 52. Again, $1. And for a lot of these not being bagged or boarded, and they're $1 each, to only have one that's actually like incomplete, missing something, is pretty good. True Comics, number 54 from 1946. True Comics, number 73. This one's lower grade. It has some chipping to the paper and stuff. I have to be careful when I rebag this one. This one's really cool. These next few are just kind of cool in general. True Sport Picture Stories from October of 1945. What is this, like a month after World War II ended? But this is kind of cool. There's obviously sports comics in here, but it's also like sports articles and tips for playing sports. One of these features like first women's softball team, stuff like that. Pretty cool. True Sport Picture Stories from January, February of 1948. Basketball related cover. This one's like grossly miscut. It was manufactured that way, but it's like miscut at an angle. But again, black cover from 1948. Pretty cool. Need to rebag this one. True Sport Picture Stories from March through April of 1948. This one's actually really, really cool because there is an interior comic story where the True Sport Picture Stories names Jackie Robinson as their personal Rookie of the Year. I never saw I looked up a lot of these books after the fact. After I flipped through them, I saw that story and I tried to see if anyone had mentioned that online anywhere. I didn't see any mention of it. So yeah, to have sort of a rookie year story of Jackie Robinson in this one is really cool. This one, probably one of my favorite ones, just because it's a really nice shape, honestly. But Blue Bolt, Volume 7, Number 3. I want to say it's 1948, maybe, something like that. There's a really cool, like, Pepsi ad in here, as well as a bicycle ad before bikes had, like, before helmets were a thing. So it's like safety tips for bicycles in here. And it's a Jim Wilcox cover. Man who was born in the 1800s, served in World War I. Pretty cool. Boy Illustories from, I believe it's 1950, number 53. Boy Illustories number 64. Again, each of these were $1. Boy Illustories number 85 was a great Iron Jaw cover. And these next group of books are all sort of Western, Native American, First American type stories. Indians, Picture Stories of the First Americans, number 7 from 1951. That's a crazy cover. Fighting like a bear. Yeah, pretty cool. Last of the Comanches of 1953. Prize Western Comics number 104. This is a Severin cover. Pretty nice looking book. Wild Bill Pecos, the Westerner, 1951. Again, $1 each. Straight Arrow number 27, 1952. Straight Arrow number 38. I like this one. He's manhandling a bear while he's protecting this woman down there and her baby. It's just a good cover. Straight Arrow number 55. This is the final issue of the Straight Arrow run, and a really, really nice cover. I like how the colors pop against the black background. Apache Kid number 2. This I think this is pre-Atlas. I think this is timely. There is no number 1 for Apache Kid. It was like number 53 of another series, and then they jumped over to Apache Kid number 2. So pretty cool. And then it did a whole run up till I think like 19 or 20. That's a fun book. Just a few more. Hot Rod Comics number 7. Lower grade, but again, these Hot Rod type books with the cars and stuff are fairly collectible. Great colors on this one too. This one right here is in competition for the one after it for the most valuable book in this pickup. I'm not quite sure exactly how valuable because they don't sell super often, but it's not a very common book either. Hot Rod Comics #1 from 1951. A restored 2.5 sold for like $100, and there's some other raw ones currently available for sale for a few $100. Again, I paid $1 for it, so just happy to have it. It's really cool. Like I said, I flipped through all these. They're all fun. And then possibly my favorite pickup from the day, Forbidden Worlds #22. Just a really, really cool cover. Like, just look at that. Coming out of like the buildings and fire and stuff. Probably the most valuable book. Again, I paid $1 for this. And like I even double checked with the vendor to make sure nothing was like misplaced, and they said no, all of that $1 each. So yeah, really happy with that. It was a very strong first day. Find a vendor that has that much Golden Age and just priced like that. You don't see a ton of that. Usually when you run into Golden Age vendors, they want money for it. And in some cases you understand that. But yeah, they're very, very happy with that. I made my day one probably my favorite day in terms of digging and stuff. But stay tuned for day 2 and day 3. I definitely picked up more comics, got more signatures, and those will be coming out later in the week. So yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed that. Take care, everyone.